The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.
Welcome back. We are bringing the sweet taste of Mexico to our breakfast this morning.
That's right. Lily Ramirez, Foran from Picado Cookery School is joining us. So we're debating whether this is for breakfast, what time of the day you would eat this.
If it's in the house, it'll be any time.
Yeah,
Anytime the kettle's on.
But traditionally, this is a Mexican dessert. It's a sweet dish.
It's a sweet dish. We eat it a lot for merienda, which is like a Mexican version of afternoon tea.
Right, okay.
You know, so...
Because I presumed it was a cornbread, which is a different thing altogether.
Yeah, it is. And that's why I never, in Spanish, it translates as cornbread.
Ah,
but
right.
we always, when we deal with it in English, we always call it a corn cake.
Okay, how do we
it's
make
slightly
it?
different. So it's actually really simple to make. I have butter and sugar, castor sugar here, and I've been creaming it a little bit because I'm conscious of time, right? So we need to cream that really well. And then while that's creaming, I'm going to make my mixture of corn and milk.
Okay.
In Mexico, we use corn, savory corn. It's just all corn produced in Mexico. The 60 varieties of corn that we have in Mexico
Wow.
are actually savory. Yeah,
Wow.
we don't do sweet corn. Sweet corn is a big no-no in Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's weird. So these would be made with white savory corn.
And would that be the same with the corn tortillas and all that kind of stuff? Right, so it's a savoury corn.
Oh, every corn
Never
produced
knew
in
there was a
Mexico
difference.
is savory.
Never sweet. So does it look different from what you're using there?
It looks white.
Okay.
And the flavour is quite different. But I find that after 20 years in Ireland, it's a good substitute.
Yes, okay.
When we get proper fresh Irish sweet corn, this cake is delicious. 2 weeks ago, I found Irish sweet corn and it was amazing. I made this and it kind of reminded me of childhood. So I have some
corn and the milk.
food farm milk, 250 mils of milk and 250 grams of corn.
Okay.
And we're just going to blend it to create a paste.
Okay.
Now, this is a noisy recipe, so I
okay.
apologize. We're going to
Aidan
blend
will sing a
these
song.
until smooth, okay?
That's not too bad. So you're trying to get that completely smooth?
Completely smooth.
Okay.
Now, we're using frozen corn at the moment because that's what we can find,
Okay.
and it's simple for everybody. If you find fresh corn, you have to, with a knife, degrain it and just put it in there. I thaw this out. It's much better if you thaw it out because then it doesn't interfere with your warm,
mix.
butter.
Okay.
So very simple: cream, butter, and sugar. We have our corn ready. And when you're using fresh corn, you're going to notice it a little bit more lumpy because the hull that surrounds the corn is a little bit harder to blend.
Okay.
But don't worry, this cake should look a little bit. It's terrible to say, but it's like it has cellulite. It's lumpy.
A bit lumpy, yeah.
Lumpy. So I'm adding.
We'll say textured.
Yeah, texture.
yeah.
Thank you. I'm adding 4 eggs.
4 eggs.
And I'm mixing in between.
Okay.
And believe it or not, this is the hardest thing. From now on, all you're going to do, we're going to add our corn mixture.
Very good. And is it important you add those eggs one at a time, Lily?
Is it, Sarah, again, sorry?
Is it important to add the eggs one at a time? Or can you put
One
them...
at a time, and mixing in between prevents any curdling.
Okay.
Again, when you're using the corn, don't panic if you see a little bit.
Okay.
If it's lumpy, it's fine. Now, here I have 250 grams of flour and 2 tablespoons of baking powder that we sieve together.
Can you use a gluten-free flour, Lily?
You can use rice flour. Oh, it's you can use rice flour as well, just sift it.
Okay.
The consistency of the cake might be slightly heavier,
Okay.
but that's fine.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to reduce reduce the speed so we don't have a cloud,
A big white cloud above the mixer.
of flour, right?
That's straightforward enough then,
That's
Lily.
it. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla essence.
Lovely.
Oh, I like the bottle it came in. I thought we were
Oh,
adding
this
something
is-
stronger.
I thought there was a beer.
This is my homemade vanilla essence.
Of course it is, yes,
yeah,
of course it is.
Mexican vanilla. Once you have Mexican vanilla, you'll never go back to anything
Really?
else.
Wow.
So, the cake is done.
That's
it's
it.
that's it. If you can see, it's lumpy, and that's perfectly fine.
That's okay, yeah.
What we're going to do now is and see, it's kind of lumpy, and it's the corn. It's
Okay.
fine, right?
That's
so
okay.
I'm going to prepare these, grease it really well, pour my cake in it, put it in a preheated oven at 200 degrees.
Okay.
This cake gets quite brown. Don't worry about it.
Okay. It's
Sometimes
dark. Okay.
I do it for, depending on your oven, anything between 45 and 55 minutes.
Okay.
I find 50 minutes is good, and then I taste it. It gets really brown in the outside. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's supposed to do that.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it is so much better when it's warm. When it comes out of the oven and you let it rest for like 10 minutes, and then because it's crusty in the outside and almost
So
caramelized.
would this be, as you said earlier, on a special occasion, a cake in Mexico?
We don't. This time of year, we eat a lot of it. During corn season, we have a lot of it. But any time, genuinely,
Anytime.
it's.
But it is a staple of the kind of afternoon tea if you were at home or out.
Yeah, it's a merienda. Yeah, you would
Merienda.
find it. It's.
that.
You're going to notice it's quite dense cake.
Yeah.
And if you find it, I don't. I find that when we use sweet corn, it's slightly sweeter than when it's savoury corn.
It's
obviously.
a bit like myself, short, dense and slightly sweet.
But what? I'm going to put it there, if you're mine. But I find
Okey-dokey.
if you serve it with a little bit of creme fraiche, it kind of offsets the.
Thank you, young man. Could I have the sanitizer, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
You can do. You can do a little bit of
Thank you.
ice and sugar on top if you
Ah,
are
right, yeah.
like if you prefer, like my other half who's watching. Alan prefers it doused with some dulce de leche or a lot of a dusting of a big dusting of ice and sugar.
Yeah.
But it is a cake that's really, really good the day you bake it. And then after, you can just stick it in the microwave. My mom loves frying these in a little bit of butter a day or two after she makes it. And it's sweet without being overly sweet.
Oh, my word.
It's beautiful. The texture's gorgeous as well. But like you say, you can jazz it up.
Yes, totally.
Go as indulgent as you like.
Yeah.
A nice cup of tea now, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
That's amazing, Lily. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gorgeous recipe.
As always, full recipe details are on our website, or do check out Lily's website. That's picadomexican.com for more.